deconstruction is just a technique. Derrida certainly uses deconstruction, but it appears that my understanding is that he uses it to go further, to do something greater with that, and to get to the root of whatever the problem is. What I don't understand is, or what is the umbrella that construction operates under?
Deconstruction is a regular noun. That does not mean anything. You can't say, I'm talking about a Derridian deconstruction as if you're saying something. And if you talk to Derrida himself, he's not going to tell you what deconstruction is, because there's nothing in there. Just like he said, I'm talking about philosophy. Okay, then tell me, what do you want to talk about? He keeps saying, I'm talking about the philosophy. You can't tell people, I'm talking about philosophy as if you're talking about something. You're not talking about something. Unless you establish a philosophical discourse, then you're talking about the philosophy. Not mentioning that there's so many schools in the philosophical schools. It's not just, I'm talking about philosophy. Define philosophy, define deconstruction. It's the same naive questions, because that does not work that way. So what Derrida picked the word deconstruction is that he's trying to separate his theory away from the conventional philosophical discourse. So Derrida's deconstruction is a newer form of philosophical discourse. You can go this way. You want to know more about the deconstruction, you have to know everything about the Derrida. The same thing. You want to know more about philosophy, you will need to know the history of philosophy and all the different schools and the philosophers' claims on things. So you can't just say, tell me what is philosophy. No one can tell you that. It's the same way, tell me what is Derrida's deconstruction. No one can tell you that either. You can try to tell them, but whatever you say, it's not going to be very much convincing or has much validity or, definitions there. And if you want to go to an essential view, then put this way. It's a much better question. You say, what is Derrida's basic view of Western philosophy? Better than you say, what is deconstruction? So in this way, you already narrowed your scope. Your lenses are more focused, so you focus on an entity and you get close to it. So if you say, what is his philosophical view that is different from the traditional philosophical view? That will be much easier to answer. But at the same time, that's exactly, people can't answer you that because they don't know. Most people lost themselves into the text. They can't really tell what is the main thing about Derrida. They're going to come up with a list of things, but none of that is going to hold on to the essence of what he wants to do. So what he wants to do? He wants to destroy the Western tradition. And of course, no one dares to tell you that. No, that can't be true. Think about the very effort that Derrida tries every single time is to destruct, not just deconstruct. Destruct the ontology. If you think about it, if the ontology is destroyed, then what's left in Western philosophy? I mean, if the ontology is invalid, then everything will be falling apart. So all the way from Plato to Heidegger, basically they're all nonsense if you take ontology away. So who is getting in that big trouble? But as far as Derrida, that's what he wants to do. I mean, why he keeps mentioning logocentrism and phenocentrism? That's the essence of it.